In this video, we're going to talk about how to compute the amount of a drop payment. So before we talked about balloon payment, that was a final payment after making level payments over time to pay off a loan. It was a final payment that was bigger. That was a balloon payment. Drop payment is the same concept, except that the final payment is going to be smaller than the regular level payment that you've paid all along, rather than bigger. So drop payment, balloon payment, pretty much the same concept. Balloon just refers to a final payment that's bigger than the level amount. Drop payment refers to a final payment that's smaller. So in this case, we've got a $100,000 mortgage, paid over 360 total payments at that 9.5% interest. Christine is going to make 5 years of those monthly payments. Then going to renegotiate the loan to pay it off more quickly. So instead of paying what the payments of $812.54, she's going to make monthly payments of $1,500, and we're going to drop the interest rate to 8%. So we're also going to make one final payment at the end that's going to be less than the $1,500. So there's where the drop payment comes in. So let's talk about that amount of the final partial payment. All right, notice in this problem they told you what the monthly payments were, but that was actually superfluous information. We didn't need to know the original monthly payments because we have enough information to calculate it. That's exactly what we have here. So we do need to figure out what the monthly interest rate is because they give us an annual interest rate, an effective annual interest rate, but we're talking about monthly payments. So calculating our monthly interest rate, we get a 0.759% monthly interest rate. We want to know what the balance is after those 60 payments. So we need to use the time value of money buttons anyway if we're going to have that value in our calculator. We could use either prospective or retrospective method off of this payment amount to get it, but I would rather this be a calculator active problem because it's much easier to do with the calculator than it is to do with all the formulas, at least in my opinion. All right, so we'll use the calculator to get the balance. So using our time value of money buttons, present value is the amount of the loan. We calculated the monthly interest rate, and there's 360 payments. So notice that our payment amount comes out exactly what they had given to us in the problem. Now we can use our amortization worksheet by using 60 as the 60th payment here for both the P1 and the P2. That's because it says we're going to make 5 years of monthly payments. The loan balance then is $95,961.84. We'll use this value now for our new present value because this is when we're going to renegotiate the loan. So this is the new loan amount that we need to pay off. All right. So we use that as our present value. We need to calculate the new monthly interest rate because the interest rate has dropped. So doing the same type of computation we did originally, just with 8% rather than 9.5%. We get 0.64%-ish is our monthly interest rate. So plug that in. Payment amount is $1,500 because that's the new payment amount that she's going to make. We make sure it has an opposite sign from what we have with the present value. We now want to compute how many payments we need to make. We need to make 82 and an additional payment. That's what this 0.6973 is basically telling us, that there's going to be a drop payment at the end that we're going to make. Okay, 83 payments would be too many. So let's figure out what that drop payment will be. Again, we can use our calculator to figure out the balance after 82 payments. That balance is $1,040.26.27. Now, this isn't the last payment because this is the balance after 82 payments. It's going to sit there for another month, right? This is the balance after the 82nd payment has been made, after that 82nd payment of $1,500 has been made, okay? So notice it says she's going to make one final partial payment. This is not it. It's 1 month after. So this balance of $1,040 has to get moved forward 1 month to get a final drop payment of $1,046.96 to be paid.